Good day, everybody. Mike Flores here, local Las Cruces realtor and new home expert. Thank you so much for joining me today on a breezy day for a home tour. Today I have a gorgeous two-story home for you. 1,531 square feet. It's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage with mountain views for $315,000. Take a look at this. We are super early on this home. In fact, if you look this way, you can actually see a lot of homes that are under construction. This is in Metro Verde, in a place called Metro Verde North, very close to Arcadia, Red Hawk Estates, and Red Hawk Golf. Now, this home had no yard maintenance, basically. It's all gonna be desert landscaping, rock arroyo, boulders, drip system to your 2 or 3 trees, your bushes. Really nice, very, very beautiful, especially when this home is 100% done. Outside of this, very traditional look. Got a coach light, you got a red door, you got some really nice you got see those faux shutters. If you ever see those on a brand new home and they have those pieces of wood on both sides of the window, those are not shutters, but they're made to look like shutters, so they call them faux shutters. You actually have 2 sets of them up here. Fully pitched roof, just like these. You can see the shingles. Now the shingles, these are warranted for 30 years by the manufacturer. They're actually super easy to repair if you ever have any issues with them, but nevertheless, I think a little bit less maintenance than a flat roof, that's for sure. You got your lighter stucco here, your darker stucco there. They even did some more work around this patio. And I love that they went with a different color door. We see so many brown doors, and I look around, you know, this builder particularly is French Brothers, and they have like green doors and taupe doors and red doors and blue doors, and I really admire that. That's really, really cool. You got your plug-in down here, and I like that there's actually a window through here, and the view in this home, remember, 1,531 square feet, you know, you're thinking like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a view for $300,000, and then you walk into this brand new home, and look at this. Now, we're backed up to Sonoma Ranch Boulevard, and it slants down from there. In fact, whenever we get over here to the backyard, I'm gonna show you what's behind it. So you're far enough away from any developments to take away your mountain views. So if you're looking for a mountain view and you want a budget of $315,000, give me a call. I'll show you this one today. Nice picture windows. You got one here and one here. 2x6 ledging, of course. It's very, very nice. And right off the entry, there's actually a half bathroom. You know, having 2.5 bathrooms in a 1,531 square foot home is very, very nice. You got a pedestal sink, satin nickel finishes. You got your, of course, this is a very nice reading room. I like that they actually painted this a little bit different color than the trim or the white. It got a little bit soft gray tone to it, almost like a feather gray. It's very beautiful. Rounded corners. Oh no, actually look at this, 90-degree angles. Now this is a perfect example. I got a comment one time about people saying, well, oh wow, 90-degree angles, what's so important about that? It's like, well, in Las Cruces for the last 15 years, 20 years, we've seen rounded corners. So to see this offers a very nice clean line, especially if you're trying to go very contemporary. If you like dimensions, look at how clean the lines are on all the soffits, all the walls. You have a very defined, very clean line. So right when you walk into this home, all the living room space is right here. You've got a nice kitchen, quartz island, pendant lights, satin nickel finishes. This is a commercial grade faucet. You're gonna have your floating switch, large stainless steel open basin sink. Nice little pantry. All LED lights, super energy efficient, and 100% all electric as well. So I think I've mentioned this before, in this area, if you're trying to minimize your cost and you like to get solar, this would be a good way to eliminate your gas bill that you would get from the city and just put it all if the sun is, you know, not only providing the electricity to, you know, have all the lights on, but it's also doing your furnace, and it's also doing your water heater and your cooktop. If you're trying to minimize your bills, it's a very good way to do it. I like a little window here. Now, again, I apologize, folks. We're not in a 100% finished home here. They're still under construction. In fact, some of these kind trades that were here, they were like, yeah, go right ahead. I'll step off to the side. That was really nice of them. I appreciate that. Insulated garage door, painted, trimmed, Chamberlain MyQ with a belt drive. This is a smart garage door opener. Over here, you got a 220 plug for electric car, or you know, whatever else kind of electricity. I'd say like a welder or something you can use for this, but it's a 220. Then you got your drip system control. You got a tire stop here. Soft water loop, and also another loop here for any kind of other water treatment centers. And of course your water heater here. Everything nice and clean, painted, looks really good. Beautiful. For $315. And you know, folks, if you think that I can't find you a home under $300 brand new, think again. I could find those too, brand new. Not having to compromise on things that's, you know, been sitting around for 30 years, that needs a ton of work. Come into one of these and it's warranty. I'm not saying new homes are perfect, but I'll tell you this, every time you have a problem, you don't have to whip out your checkbook to get it fixed. Look at this stairwell, really nice, super soft carpet going up to the stairwell. You have this nice little guardrail all the way up, a nice little handrail, and then you got some LED lights. You know, this would be a good place to put some artwork as you're going up and down these stairs, and I'll show you what I mean. You know, as you look this way, you have these LED lights and all that wall space. Very good use. 2x6 ledging up here on the second story as well. Of course, those are low E Energy Star windows. And what I found interesting about this, when I turn the lights on, this is a bedroom, but they put French doors here. So if you don't need a third bedroom, you could just make this into a study. Has a view from the front, really nice decorative windows. You can actually get the Robledos from here, you can get the Donianas, and also Mount Baldy. You can see all the houses being built out there too. That's a lot of homes. Oh, closet. And that's more like a coat closet. Very nice. The AC just kicked on and it's like a small little patter. I can barely hear it. The washer and dryer area, here we go. Oh, I didn't even touch that. It just turned on by itself. That's really, I'm still getting used to that with French Brothers. They have these, you go into a bathroom and the light, you know, it turns on by itself. I think that's really cool. So washer and dryer, made for stackables here. You have your area here for like your detergents and stuff that you need. It's very, very useful in between all the bedrooms. Here's another bedroom here. There we go. Another little closet. LED light. And this is actually a little thicker than 2x6. That's a nice window ledge. Very good. First guest full bathroom. Quartz countertops, white painted cabinetry, shaker style. Of course, you got your toilet, a nice window. And you do have a really nice deep basin tub. You got a couple of ledges here, almost like soap dishes, but a little bit nicer, I would think. And then satin nickel faucets. And even over here, you have a really cool open linen closet for the bathroom. The master suite. You wake up to this every morning, folks. That'll put you in a good mood. Beautiful. And you can see what they're doing to the median. Now that's Sonoma Ranch Boulevard. This is the spear point of growth in Las Cruces. So you can see all that land that's being developed. And this is just one side of what we can see from one window, but you can imagine what's going to be here in the future. This is fabulous. Spear point of growth in Las Cruces is Metro. You got your jumper duct here, heating and cooling vent, very large master suite. I mean, this would be easily to accommodate very large furniture, large beds, dressers, TV stands, all that fun stuff. Oh, master bath. Ooh, I like this. So you have a separation. So it does have one sink. It's got your cabinetry, really clean mirror, all satin nickel finishes. You have this deco riser all the way around. Rectangular undermounted sinks, really pretty modern faucets and sconces. The closet behind you, but let me show you this. So this is actually a very large, and this is normal. You see a lot of these in 2 stories that have this. This is actually a necessary thing that, you know, if you have a shower upstairs. So this is very, very good to see. This is done correctly. Nice sliding glass doors, all matching satin nickel finishes. And then a nice little master closet. You know, for 1,531 square feet, folks, with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and a 2-car garage, this is not bad at all. Let's go look at the backyard. So I'll tell you this, in addition to being able to have all that space, 1531 square feet, you have this giant backyard. And because you have no backyard neighbors, you can actually do a lot with this. Let's say if you're trying to build a pool, access to the backyard can save you tens of thousands of dollars in labor because of the access to build the pool in the first place. But to have an east-facing backyard, so by about 3 o'clock in the hottest months of Las Cruces, you'd be having shade in this entire backyard because the sun is actually in front of the house instead of behind it. And of course, the morning views, the moon coming up in the evenings of the Oregon Mountains, quite beautiful. This is a really nice backyard and double gates on both sides. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining me on another tour in Las Cruces. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. And if you have any questions about Las Cruces real estate, give me a call.